dear friends. I apologize for coming late. My internet did not support the idea of going live. You guys may have seen my attempt to come live earlier, so that's that's my first opportunity. Hopefully, the internet will stay. We have a severe weather change, about 40 or 50-degree drop. So please forgive me, that was not intentional. Could somebody tell me if you can hear me or see me? I hope so. Just one second. Hello, Delroy. Okay. Okay, could you hear and can you guys see me and hear me? Once again, for those who just joined, I made an attempt to do a live stream earlier and give you an idea, but it did not work out. So, welcome everyone. Eve the chat. Yes. Hello, DJ. Wonderful to see you. Hello, Delroy. Welcome, guys. So, let's get into it. I don't know how much time we have with our spotty connection today. Awesome. Thank you, Roger. Welcome, Jamaica. I wish I would be in Jamaica right now, not in Michigan. We have 43 degrees today, and it was 88 degrees about 2 days ago. So that explains a lot. Anyway, my dear friends, welcome back. I know it's been a while, but um, I think it's good sometimes to take a break. And those of you who missed my videos, I have over 1,000 videos that you can access. You can also join Patreon, and I'm working on Subscriber Star, and I am considering some more ways that we could connect. But if I don't spend any time with my family, then everything I talk about in on this channel is irrelevant. So when you have to live what you preach, you have to take time off internet. So welcome everyone. I hope that you are able to spend some good times with your family, or if you are in a state of dating and relationships and you are traveling somewhere, I hope that you will be able to do that. So today we are talking about why good women and good men seem to always be left behind. It seems that every story you hear, you meet some wonderful person that is seem to be good from every way, right? That is kind, is empathetic, good-hearted, and it feels like a lot of people seem to be, the better they are, the more kind they are, the more empathetic they are, they seem to be left behind. So we talk about men and women because really it does not discriminate. And I will share some experience with me as being consultant as from my own life, but also of course people that I talked through these years, and their stories are real. And one, I've learned a few things. So if anybody wants to contribute, if you consider yourself a good guy or a good girl that gets overlooked, hey, maybe you will meet somebody today. I do think that when two good-hearted, good-natured people are coming together, it's a powerful thing because you can relax, you can finally just take a breather and not worrying about living on a volcano or living in a high anxiety, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow. Is he gonna, is she gonna show up? Is he going to call? What is going to happen? So let's start the conversation, my dear friends. Thank you so much for joining once again. I hope that our technical issues will not become a problem. Um, so, good men and good women. Let's talk about. Oh, hello, William Brown. William Brown, I have been watching you for over a year. Could you please help me find somebody? Well, maybe I could, maybe I could not. Let's talk about this. If you want to reach out to me, because I don't know who you're looking for, and I don't know your specifics, so if you want to reach out to me, please email to consultveronica@gmail.com. I will leave my email under the video. You can also find maybe my, do I have any moderators on tonight that could drop my email? So anyway, it's gonna be under the video. Um um I could help to guide you, but finding somebody for someone that is pretty much impossible. um why I say this? Because a lot of people claim, let's start with men. So many men I work with, they come to me and they claim one thing. They all say, Veronica, I want to find a good-hearted woman, somebody who is loyal, somebody who is feminine, somebody who wants to have, family and raise kids and things like that. And I said, yeah, it's a good idea. It sounds amazing. And then the men I'm talking to would send me pictures from different, websites and such with the women he has been talking to. And let me tell you, some of those pictures make me blush. Some of those pictures literally make me blush because they are so sexually charged, and they are such bait pictures. They are pictures that you should have with your wife in your bedroom, but probably not on a website. So let's talk about this. Oh, guys, I have some kind of allergy. I apologize, but oof. Oh, unrealistic expectations. Yes, I'm sorry. Woo. I don't know. Everything is blossoming here in Michigan, so um, I guess it doesn't go unnoticed, even though it's beautiful. So if I start crying, it could mean two things: that we are getting emotional, or the allergy gets really bad. Welcome, John. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome. So, yeah, let's talk about those unrealistic expectations. At some point, you have to decide what you really want and how does it looks like. How does it look like? I can tell you right now that there are plenty of good women that you may be seeing and interacting with daily, but you have no interest to get to know them because they do not look that exciting. They not trying to get your attention with promiscuous pictures or very vulgar outfits. And every single day you may be running into opportunities to meet good women, but most likely you will overlook them. And working with men for quite a few years now, pretty much 8 or 9 out of 10, I talk with a guy, with men that reach out to me. A lot of them dating overseas, some of them are dating here in US, and they would tell me these things that yes, I just want to have family, just like my mom and my dad. I want to have this classic situation. I want to have a good woman, good-hearted woman, and then the age gap will come up, and then most men would like to have somebody half their age, preferably, and then they want to have somebody to look a certain way, and then the list would go on. And when I will get the pictures, for example, a lot of people reach out to me, so I'm not really a matchmaker, but I help men understand women. So I get paid for explaining men when their issues in their relationships, basically. So sometimes we would have our first conversation, and then I would get some maybe some video, or I would get their conversation back and forth. Sometimes that includes pictures, videos, things like this, so I can try to understand. A lot of men, they are confused where they stand. And a lot of times when I get pictures, the pictures are really so shocking to me. um they those are bait pictures, those are professional pictures to make money, right? Whether you date domestically or you date internationally. You guys know I am from Kiev, Ukraine. So a lot of men reach out to me who date internationally because they try to understand how women think. And the contradiction between the things that men saying they want and to between what they saying that they want and what they are showing to me is so it just hard to even imagine how somebody who tells me, oh yeah, I want to find the woman to the to the rest of my life. I want to have somebody to come home to. I want somebody to raise our children or my child, or I want to have a woman with a child, because I have a lot of men who are older and they are childless, so they are open to a woman with a child. It all sounds so sweet and lovely, but when it comes to actuality of it, it's usually it's very very often it is a real disconnect there. And so that's why, guys, sometimes you need somebody to help you, because you feel like you are kind of you're often getting stuck because you feel like, what's wrong with it, we are a great match, but there is a huge disconnect because of the your expectations are not matching the reality. So that when it comes to online dating, but really in our minds we can really imagine anything and we can overlook the biggest obstacles and the biggest disconnect. That's why we all need some time to reality check, right? Good women get overlooked by good men, and good men get overlooked by good women, because I feel that what I've noticed, I would say, is that good women tend to overlook the good guys because they're not as exciting, they are predictable, they're boring, they're not always the macho dude, the macho man. Sometimes this they are kind of nerdy, kind of geeky, but they are very smart and they show up when they say they're going to show up, and they are ready to provide, they ready to do good things, right? So um for ladies who are watching this channel, I can guarantee you that you are overlooking the good guys every single day because you most likely friend zone them. I feel that being addicted to drama, being addicted to pain, in a lot of times, being addicted to pain and drama cause this interesting, complex neurological pattern that is gives a woman high adrenaline in, and that's why a lot of women are coming out of those roller coaster relationship, and they confused, they don't know what to do next. So that's why you have to go, if you known to get stuck into one of these, you have to go and look professional help, figure out what are those triggers, what are those issues, and get help. Then you can get unstuck and you can actually be with somebody um, who will give you real joy and satisfaction over the roller coaster and adrenaline, because roller coaster and adrenaline is fine for dating, but it's not fine and fun for having a family. When you are pregnant and you don't know if your husband is coming home, is he at the bar, is he somewhere else, is he gonna call you, this is no longer fun, this is no longer exciting when you don't know where he is, whether he's coming home, is he gonna like for example in post USSR countries, sometimes the guy can disappear for a week and spend all of his salary somewhere else. So um we're gonna talk. I've decided we're gonna talk on a similar topic for about a week or two, so we can talk about different aspects of it. So today we are talking once again about good women, good men, and also unrealistic expectations and disconnect in what you say you want and what you actually choose. Because you can tell all the right things, but when you see that man, if you're a lady, when you see that man, you look past right past through him. And for you gentlemen, when you see a good woman that have that feminine soft attitude, that is not looking for validation, that does not have 300 social media accounts, that is not looking to have multiple, she's not looking for silly things, she's looking for family to create, she's looking for serious relationship to create a family. She doesn't looking for multiple partners, polyamory, or some weird stuff like that. She's not on on Instagram always posting her selfies. She's not doing none of that stuff. She may not be as popular, she may not um get all this attention, but she very often, she is real content, she knows what she wants. And hopefully that ladies like this have confidence and they realize that what they offer is so precious that the right man will definitely appreciate it. Because when you have that intrinsic um, motivation, and you have those values, they are, you don't necessarily need to talk about it or display them or make long articles on Facebook and sharing about your drama. You just know inside of you what you want. And these ladies, very often they do not they do not look for validation outside of them, and sometimes they forget that men are visual. And unfortunately, these ladies, a lot of them are very attractive, but they just kind of they do not put often a lot of effort into very brighter colors, or wearing some things that are attractive to men, because they living in their own world. They want to meet a prince, or at least a very good hearted guy. They forget that men are still attracted to they still have to be attracted to you. So a lot of times women that maybe do not have very outgoing personality and do not spend too much time make themselves up, sometimes they're really kind of in the shadow, and they really deserve the spotlight. Because if you would pay attention, and if they would have somebody to kind of gives them a hint, hey, I'm gonna post actually a video this weekend on Patreon. It's our classic comedy, in USSR about girls like this that truly are women of value, but they just did not figure out the flirtation. They did not figure out how to just initially get man's attention, but they are very valuable women, because they are those kind of women that will hold the fort, raise the children, and that can also be very charming and attractive. They are just maybe a little bit more shy than others, and also a lot of times they're very intellectual, so you have to kind of like look for that sexiness, sexuality in them, because they would rather read a book, they would rather create some craft, they would rather try a new dish, They would grow some organic plants. They're just not thinking about they just do not they do not focus as much on the outer, and this is their downside as well. Now sometimes there are ladies that are, again, good-hearted ladies that are visibly attractive and very beautiful and sweet, but yet again, due to their kind-heartedness, due to being naive and sweet and believe people, they also get they may not get overlooked because they are pretty looking, but they get used by the wrong man. There is not so many videos about the situations where good women getting used. They meet a guy that knows, oh, I can see she's a hardworking girl. I'm gonna ask her, um, hey, could you cover for me? I forgot my wallet today. If I could get $1 from every of my friends had at least one date, back in college days, but also through their life, had at least, one or two or three situations when their guy would, forget the wallet on a date, when their guy would put no effort when they have a birthday or some kind of special event. They would just go with a very they would make a comfortable woman out of them. They see, oh wow, especially guys, I would tell you this, in post USSR, our Slavic women, they feel that, oh, because this is my man, I should take care of him. And this man may not even put any effort, but yet, but the lady, because she's nice, because she's kind, she's trying to nurture him, to comfort him, to be his therapist, to be his cook, to be his nanny, to just do all of these things. And a lot of times these ladies cover up for their man, because they showing their nurturing and their loving, which is natural, but sometimes they do not get much in return. Sometimes they are ending up taking care of these men. They ending up being their uh, comfortable home. Being I mean, they ended up providing them a home, an environment, nurturing, comfort. So, and then they get used, and then they get discarded. So a lot of Slavic women were taught to just be that nurturing, kind soul, forgive, forget, be generous with your time, with your attention. And a lot of times they get left with nothing. So it's good men and good women have a lot in common, and maybe because of that they almost repel each other. If you think about it, in a couple, it couldn't be two people who are, two narcissists or two abusers or two tyrants, because they cannot be together. Or sometimes I feel like two kind-hearted people or two good people, it's almost they would be bored with each other. There is no excitement. There is no drama going on. I don't know what it is, but it feels to me that sometimes good-hearted people, good-natured people, men and women, they're so used to getting hurt. So if they not getting hurt in some way, if they not getting that pain, especially when they're young, I think they becoming smarter with time. They feel like something is off. Let me read some of your comments. Let me read some of your comments. Thank you for joining, guys. So nice to see you all. Welcome. I miss being live, and I'm gonna try to make my videos a little bit more often. But once again, I do not guarantee, cannot guarantee it, because you guys know family first. This channel about family first. So if you missed, once again, when you miss my videos, just go to my channel. I have a million of videos. So welcome everyone. I have somebody new here. Hello DJ again. Hello Jim, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining. Thank you for writing my email. Have you watched the movie? I'm gonna share some more movies with you guys on my Patreon. So let me read some of Jeanette, hello. Good to see you, my dear. I'm a dominant male, but shy with women. Um, that's a little bit of contradiction right there. Because if you are dominant, if you're confident, you don't have to talk a lot. But you can it's you can easily overcome of being shy because if you're truly dominant, you cannot be that shy. And if you feel that you're shy, you just have to do you have to overcome it, and you have to talk to women that you don't like as much, so you're not attracted as much. This way you won't be as worried, or uncomfortable or shy. But I honestly do not believe that truly dominant, confident man would be truly shy around women. By the way, you do not need to talk a lot when women. Some men feel that they should come and chat. Feminine women do not like men who are do 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 do. Because we are here. Look at my videos. I have some live streams that are 2 hours long. Do you think do you think I could be with a man that talks more than me? Ladies have about 9,000 words more to say than you do, right? So I believe this is just like it's basically a rough estimate, but they say that women say about 12,000 words a day. Um, and so 12,000 words a day for a woman, 3,000 words for a man. So we have 9,000 words different. Okay, difference. So let your lady talk to her friends. Let her run a YouTube channel. Let her reconnect through conversation. So, but seriously, guys, when you are approaching a woman, when you when you speak strongly and very when you're eloquent, when you are confident, you don't have to say a lot. You can make a statement, ask a question, make a comment, and then let her respond. In fact, when you speak a lot and when you speak fast, um, you repel feminine women because you do not assert your dominance. You becoming like a girlfriend, because that's what we do. We chat. This is how we release our stress. I have a friend now that I start talking to a lot, and it's so unusual because I'm behind the scenes of YouTube. I'm very much an introvert, almost to the extreme side. But when I do have somebody I enjoy talking to, it's really a lot of fun. We really connect this way. But feminine women expect or attracted to men that have like a lower voice and kind of a dominant voice and kind of makes a statement. It's just when you speak with power and you make pauses and you pause, you're good. Don't worry. about filling up the void. If you are truly connecting with a woman, this is not a void, it's a moment of connection. Plus, smart women know that the less men speak, the more he does. I need some tea right here. Jim, I hate to disappoint you, but and I know you like writing. It's kind of like a scripted therapy, but honestly, guys, when you write long letters, I told you this before, um, it's really hard to create a connection or attraction with a woman through the long letters, because for us we are more emotional and we prefer a conversation. We prefer to hear your emotions, to connect with you this way. So I do not recommend long letters, but you already have your way of communicating, so um, do your best. Hi, Daniel. Thank you. I'm not sure which line you commented on. Daniel says, "I like that line. So true." Um, Long distance relationship are very difficult, improbable. Improbable saying. So for those of you who are, who want to date abroad, and I made so many videos. Probably I am creating more universal content because people need love and connection all around the world. In I truly enjoy the new people who are reaching out, as well as my old time subscribers. So if you are new and you want to learn about more about what feminine women expect, and if you want to learn about Slavic culture, you can check my hundreds and hundreds of videos I already made on that. And even ladies who are looking to be more feminine, you can really learn a lot from Slavic culture as well. And men can learn because some of you, gentlemen, you were hoping for a feminine woman, for a traditional woman, but you do not bring traditional mindset. You want her to be traditional, and yet you want her to support you 50%, or you expect her to um be both. When she, so work hard at work as non-traditional, but then come home and be traditional. So sometimes there is a lot of contradiction in the things that we want. Oh my god, my gosh, guys, just a moment. I apologize. Sorry. Алло. Да. Где-то через полчасика. Хорошо? Да, я делаю лайв. Окей. Хорошо. Давай. It's a live show, right? It's a live show, right? Um but topic is, it's interesting how we go into the communication side of things, but um generally, um good men get overlooked also because of the lack of social and communication skills. Men who are that have Men who have nothing to lose, men who have been rejected, multiple times, men who not necessarily the good men who run around and learning pickup lines and all of that. They're not afraid. Sometimes the most I'm gonna say like it is, sometimes the ugliest, the most unattractive men that have literally no chance, but they have so much confidence. They would come to a woman and just lure her in. And some men that have everything and they qualify and they would be a good match, they're just so crippling shy that they also feel that they may be interfering. They may be some of the best men that I met in my life, working with and in my circle, are men who always think, oh, okay, I should not talk to her. She gets so much attention from all these men. I don't want to be one of those men who's chasing her. They really have feelings and respect. They've been uh they would notice a lady in their circle, they would be really into her, but they would be so shy. Improbable, maybe that is you. They would be so shy to approach this woman. They would see that she has so many good qualities, but they don't want to be one of those guys who is bothering her, who is does not let you breathe. So social skills are very important. Also, you have to try to be somewhat objective. Somewhat objective. I'm gonna make I don't have that much energy today, but probably sometime this weekend. um Sometimes this weekend I'm gonna make a video, and it's not really mentioned my language that I use, but um this video is gonna be called cannot turn a no, can can cannot turn a hoe into a wife, or can turn a hoe into a husband. Because this is the things that I have been working the most, is that men and women find the worst, literally the worst possible match, and they are trying, instead of finding a good hearted person like they are, they found an uh ho 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 like kind of person, and they trying to see if this is going to work. They always find the worst. They literally find the worst, and they trying to make it happen. The reason why they find the worst, because they are sexually attracted to these women. So there is a major disconnect, and what hurts about this is that so many men and women could be happy. And yeah, I know it's kind of strange to say these words on live, but it's true. So many women and men could be happy together if they would have their eyes and hearts open, right? If they would align what they say they want and what is actually right for them. Sometimes you once again you say, or I want this and this and that, and when you see this and that, this woman does not look like she's an Instagram model, and men are disappointed. So you can't always get what you want. Sometimes you have to compromise and make the best out of things, because a lot of people do not connect with somebody who is really wonderful, would be really wonderful match to them, because they get an idea. Some women overlook really incredible guys who would do anything and everything for them, and they overlook them because they do not look like that guy from Instagram that gives a girl a car, or I don't know, Bentley, or whatever whatever else. um social media uh, truly forces unrealistic standards for people, and it's not very beneficial. It's really it's not, because even those people that some of us, some of you, some of us looking up to, this is all completely fake. So we need to go back to reality. And with dating sites and dating websites, um a lot of them really hinder the normal relationships, because 90% of women who put their pictures, they are there for business. And that's why they put bait pictures, it's still, even in 21st in 2021, I don't think it's still okay to put your pictures in the lingerie for everybody to see you, unless that's your, you make, unless it's your career, then that's your choice, and people may or may not take it. But if you ever want to be someone's wife, I don't think that's the best strategy to get somebody. You know, maybe I'm wrong, guys. Maybe you do want to see ladies in lingerie and choose a wife, but how's that been working out? I'm not sure that that's been working out that great. Um, Let me read some of your comments, guys. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Jeanette is saying a man who has to try to court a woman, try coffee first. Okay, a man has to try to court a woman. Try a coffee first. What's the worst? What's the worst a woman can say? No, exactly. You can always. You have to be open to rejection. There is nothing wrong with that. We need to be, men need to be getting rejected more and more and more, because the better you get with rejection, the more chances you have in life in general. Rejection, I feel one of the ways to overcome rejection is to realize that nobody owes to like you. Nobody owes to like you. I used to sometimes be, sad if, you're, when I was in school, so sometimes people do not accept you in a group, or people are gossiping about you. But then you just realize um you are not for everybody. And that's, if you cannot take rejection, that's tell something about you, that you're arrogant, because people have the right not to like you. But if you ask, at least you know the answer, right? Let me read some of your comments. For real. Improbable. Put your picture instead of that yellow circle, because the woman of your dreams may be on this live chat right now. Improbable. Did you delete? Somebody wrote me. No, was it William? Somebody wrote me a compliment and then deleted that. This is what I'm talking about. If you wrote a compliment, do not delete it, especially if it's a nice one. Hey, Alec, good to see you, my friend. Welcome, Alec. One of the things I want to tell you guys, when all of us, we spend some time on social media, put a normal name and a normal picture. You never know. I used to have only men coming to my live chats. Now I have a lot of ladies. You never know who you're gonna meet. But when you have, a yellow circle, and you have a nickname, you have a lot less chances. You just don't know. We all like to hide behind something. Where's my notebook? We all want to be like this. Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, yeah, uh-huh. This is what we do all day long. Thank you, William. That's better, because I saw what you wrote and then it disappeared. So, but thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. We gotta stop hiding. And this is one thing about good-hearted men and good-hearted women. Um, I grew up I grew up in a culture where honestly, we were told by our parents, be quiet, do not uh, do not stand out. It was a culture of community, so blend in, be quiet. I got in so much trouble as a child because they just want everybody. We had uniforms, everybody should be the same. um and it cripples you and it makes you very insecure. So you don't have to be obnoxious, or you don't have to assert your dominance in a weird ways, but you can just show up. That's one of the things you do when you socialize. Right now we are socializing even on my live chat because it's been weird times. I made more live shows during this last years than I've ever made before. So some people, I want to tell you something, some people do meet through my live chats. So put a good picture of your face and something close to your actual name. You never know. You gotta stop hiding, especially guys. You gotta stop hiding. Hi, gotta stop hiding. Would you be listening to my videos if I would have dark screen? By the way, sometimes I feel like making videos when I have a dark screen so people don't look at me and they focus on the message. But I know that a lot less people will be listening because they just want to imagine who they're talking to. And a lot of, honestly, in 2021, being shy, and I empathize truly to shy people because I know how that feels like, let's put it this way. um it's pretty much giving up and being um it's almost like being ugly. I'm just gonna say this because as women, if you're talking about men, as as women, we want your initiative. We don't care, if you have wrinkles, if you have salt and pepper hair, if you have some scars, if you have whatever you got. But as long as you have confidence, that creates that sexual tension. When you show up with confidence, when you show up strong, we may pretend we don't notice you. We may pretend we are totally disinterested, but trust me, we are checking you out. When you're showing up strong, if you are masculine and you want a feminine woman and you show up strong, trust me, the seeds, the little desire in the future, she will show it in the future. She's not gonna show it to you right away. She's gonna she's going to do everything to show that she has no. We were taught to show no interest, at least in the beginning. We're not gonna be, as soon as you leave, we're gonna dial up our girlfriend and say, oh my god, you're not gonna believe what just happened. You're not gonna believe this, what just happened. Oh my god, I am gonna see him this weekend. Oh, that's what we're gonna do. But in when you're there, we're gonna be like, well, it's possible, maybe. We're not gonna tell you, or we're just gonna be showing being shy, which is showing shy and being a little bit um you know like that is okay for a girl because we are on the receiving side. Oh, thank you. Talking about receiving side. Thank you, Lawrence. I'm sorry. Thank you, Lance. That's very sweet. Um, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. Always good to hear you, мой друг. Thank you. Well, good to have you on. And I'm so glad that we are having these chats. I can tell you that um it's a little bit harder to go live and show up your face and connect with people when you hadn't done it for a while. Same as with communication. So no matter what your dream is, no matter what specifics of the lady you want to meet, you have to keep your social skills. You gotta be connecting. Sometimes you have to force yourself to go somewhere, right? And don't you worry if you're shy. Do not try to overcompensate with talking a lot. Do not try to overcompensate. Ask her some funny questions, or make an unusual compliment. Do not ask the interviewer question though. Do not ask the reporter questions like what you do for a living, where do you live, how old are you. Don't ask that, because that's the worst. When you're trying to have a good time and somebody comes and interviews you. I need to make some kind of course on this, because I'm pretty good with this kind of thing. Okay, let me read your comments finally. Let me read your comments. Lance, thank you so much again. Thank you for supporting the show. Okay. Oh my god, the allergy is not going away. By the way, I've learned that there are glasses that are protecting from blue light. So I may be in glasses next time you see me, because my eyes get really, really tired. Um, mm, what kind of advice can you give when there is a language barrier but there is an attraction? I mean, how can I assure my Ukrainian friend that the language barrier is not an issue? Well, you can't assure her. The only way to overcome language barrier is to be dedicated and to learn the language. You don't really know if the person is right for you and things like that. When you can't, you can have initial attraction, but when you understand only one third of somebody's trying to convey you, that's not that easy. So that takes effort of two to overcome that. Don't rely on Google Translator. I had to work really hard to recover a lot of relationships who suffered through Google Translator, trust me. All right, let me read some more. Um guys, some of you who have been through a lot and you are at your point where you consider some big decisions, if you trust my expertise, if you trust in what I'm doing, you can probably book a session or a consultation with me, because we cannot go through all of your mental challenges or through your thought process, because I do not know every single detail of what you have been through and what you're looking for. So book a session if you need to talk to me, because we can't dedicate the whole live chat to one person. It just would not be fair. Another option that you have is that you may look through my videos, that I have over 1,000 videos here on YouTube, so you can simply go there and you may find a lot of answers to your questions. So if you need something customized, then Um, you will have to connect with me. Somebody could somebody drop my email again? Um, Mask for allergies. Well, I don't really have a lot of allergies, Alex. Thank you so much for the mask. I don't really have a lot of allergies, but I have flowers. Well, I don't want to brag, but I have a lot of fresh flowers at home, and sometimes certain flowers, I guess, do add a little bit to just irritates me a little. Not irritates me, but you know what I mean. It's very strange, though. It's very unusual. Could it be the 50-degree temperature drop? Because it was 88 the other day and it's 43 today. Welcome to Michigan. um, Thanks, Jim. Thank you. Yes, this is my email, consultveronica@gmail.com. Sometimes, guys, when you write me to my different email, I do not always see you. That other email, Nika Olson, is for a different purpose. So if that's about the YouTube, the consulting, or video request, please write to consultveronica@gmail.com. You can also request a topic through Cash App, and I may consider just making real short videos for the Cash App topics. That's some because I got a few I need to make. It's a $ Veronica Olson 777. But you can find all this information under the video once it's over. And if I don't forget or don't get tired, um, hi Russian prototype, welcome. Did you write me? Because I have been really occupied, but I think I saw something. I saw some comments on my channel. So if you were trying to connect with me, you should probably write on consultveronica@gmail.com. But I think hi Gerald, good to see you, my friend. Yes, I think it just I on my other email I get completely different kinds of business requests. So guys, if you want to connect with me, it's consultveronica@gmail.com here. But welcome to my channel. Prototype, welcome. Добро пожаловать. Thank you for the kind words on my videos too. 43 degrees in Michigan. And tomorrow is gonna be raining probably, but it's gonna be warm again on the weekend. But it just was weird because I got to wear my furs again today, so that was nice. You know, like two 2 days ago, 2 days ago, it was 88, almost 90 degrees, and today is 43. So, God, I'm sorry, guys. Not supposed to touch your nose. Not supposed to sneeze on live show, but oh, thank you, Lindsay. Yeah, that's my Cash App, $ Veronica Olsen 777. So if you have something really important, you can send little something and make sure to put a note so I know I can I identify your request. Yes, it was nice. It's beautiful though. Yeah, it is nice. I like to have some cool weather, you know. I do like cool weather. I can't be a hot mess all the time. All right, guys, I want some questions so we don't fall asleep over here. And when we fall asleep, we are ready to wrap up. Bipolar. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, really, Gerald? Your niece lives here too in Lansing? Yes, I live near. I mean, I live in a suburb. But yes. Ooh, what is the difference between Russian and American man? Ooh, that's a whole video. I actually, you know what? That could be a good topic. Maybe I'll make this video because I would say there is definitely something that Russian men can learn from American men, but there is also something that could work the other side. I think it's could be mutually beneficial to get to learn something from, kind of get the points. Yes, there's things that American men can learn from Russian men for sure, and there is a lot of things that Russian men can learn from American men. So vice versa. Yes, that's correct. When it's after 10 p.m., my language skills are um falling asleep. I'm not gonna give example on this video because it has a little bit different topic today. Unless somebody bribes me, maybe then. But that would be a good video. Oh, you like my furs? Yes, I do have a fur shop. I have like a retro fur shop. How do you know? How do you know about my furs, William? Or maybe you saw the link. Yes, okay. Okay, Joshua Moore asking me, Veronica, do you think having fear of being rejected is caused by low self-esteem? Yes. Yes. Because when you have adequate normal self-esteem, when you get rejected, you fine with it. You don't put your value as a person in hands of somebody else. So if somebody else rejects you, it doesn't mean that you are bad, basically, or that you're not worthy. When you have confidence and when your self-esteem is adequate and normal and fairly high or just adequate, then you're not you are open for people to not like you. You give the people the right not to like you. um for us, growing up in USSR or post USSR, for us it was a major thing to not be liked because it was a collective a mindset, collective mentality. So if somebody do not like you, it's almost a threat to your career. You can be in a lot of trouble. And I think in the early primal time, in a time of early days, um in the very early days, not being liked by society, by your social circles, could mean death, right? Because you may not get the food, you may not get protected. So but in this society, we obviously can provide our own food and survival. And um when you have an adequate self-esteem, once again, you let you you give people the right to not be happy with you, to not always fulfill their fantasies about you, and you give them the right to not like you. And you understand, because if you expect everybody to like you, that's pure arrogance, you know in fact, I think that some relationships are sometimes outliving themselves, and we are kind of beating the dead horse because we know this relationship is no longer beneficial, it's draining, it's no longer fun, but we still in it because out of guilt, out of low self-esteem, we feel that nobody else will like us, will talk to us, and we feel like we have to hold on to certain relationships when we know it's no longer beneficial. And we are so afraid what people will tell about us. But sometimes you overgrow the relationship, sometimes you overgrow friendships, you overgrow marriages. Sometimes it's life. So You have to realize that, simply speaking, somebody may not like you, but if you be very, very honest, you don't like a lot of people either. So that is okay. That is okay. I truly appreciate people that can be open and just say how it is over just trying to um pretend to be very polite, but then when you out of the door, uh things go down, right? Oh, thank you for the super chat. Ripple effect. Ripple effect. Are you Merry Christmas? Because I had somebody who looked a little bit like you. He's, but if it's you, thank you for not being Merry Christmas in uh May. Oh goodness, thank you so much for the super chat and for the compliment. I appreciate that. Looking beautiful as always. Thank you. Thank you, Ripple Effect. It's spring, it's summertime. We're supposed to blossom, even if it's create an allergy. Sometimes you do overgrow a relationship. You do, and that's why you become disinterested. When you have two people in a relationship and one is doing things and one is carrying the major load of responsibility, but also striving to live better, to love you better, to be a better person, to provide for you better, to have a better quality of life, to improve as a human being. When somebody is, there is always an active and passive. And it's true, sometimes some people, they think that once they finish high school or college, they stop growing. They literally think that they do not to read nothing, they don't have to work on their lives, um on their inner world, on their outer world. Like literally, some people do not put any effort to evolve. It's sad thing to say, but I would say you become disinterested in a person, mainly for the reason that this person got stuck. It's the same person. When you are with somebody who is consistently evolving mentally, spiritually, physically as well, it's very hard to get bored. It's very hard to get bored with somebody who is, a new person every day. Somebody said if you look at yourself 6 months ago and you're the same person, you do not look like an idiot to yourself. 6 months, a year ago, 2 years ago, means that you do not grow. So it's very hard to get, I don't know if you would agree with me, but it's very hard to get bored with a person that's always full of full of enthusiasm, of ideas, and of doing exciting new things. I don't believe that we should change partners because it's boring. I believe that we need to work on a relationship and work on ourselves. Uh, it's hard. What? Um, you become bored because you're something new. I'm not sure I understand. Oh, thank you for another super chat. Ripple effect. Yeah, it's you. You see? I knew it was you. I just had the feeling it was you. Thanks so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I'm glad you changed your seasonal name. Yeah. And I sometimes feel that best relationship work is also to not go crazy on your partner and get on them. Oh, you need to do this. You need to start reading books. You need to lose weight. You need to not be so boring. You need to stop watching these silly movies. I feel honestly what I'm learning over the years is that the best the best, relationship work is the work you do on yourself, because when you start to evolve, when you show the example of how you can change, if the other person is anything if there's anything into you, they will also want to change. They will also want to um you know get some of that magic dust and inspiration. People mirror each other. We all have those how to say this, um mirroring neurons. So when people living together, they definitely um starting to be a lot alike, and they mirror each other, like literally. So when you are changing, instead of being, that's what I've learned. I used to be really annoying because now I give advice when somebody asks me for advice. When somebody either pay me for advice or it's my close friend, one thing I've learned is to zip my mouth. That's one of the best things I've ever learned. When nobody's asking me, I make videos on this channel. So if you do not want this information or my thoughts, you click off, and that's no issue, right? You click off and you have a great day, or you find somebody that you like, correct? So I speak on this channel, but I speak for those people who want to hear me. I don't find, here's your email, Gerald, let me tell you what I'm thinking. No, I don't do that. People come here, right? So one of the most powerful things I've learned is to leave people alone and show example with you. If the person you're with have anything in common with you, they will want to know what you're doing. They will want to know why you were depressed and bored and in a bad mood, and now you're shining, and you are an example of your change. You are, you're the change. Instead of you coming after them and you need to do this, they will come after you because they will want to know. And when you are in a good mood, when you're sparkling and bubbly, uh you can't go wrong. It only makes things better. It's very hard to be with somebody who is in a bad mood all the time. So if you're in a bad mood all the time, you have to do some work. May have to, sometimes we put a lot of strain on our um very close people, because we want them to be our friend, our lover, our therapist, our husband, our wife, father of our children, mother of our children, our best, our worst. It's too much. I feel that if every one of us would take a responsibility and fulfill those needs that we have, put ourselves in a better state, we can actually have fun when we go on a date. Even if you live with a person, you can still go on a lot of dates and have a lot of fun. If we would, each of us would deal with ourselves, when you come together, you can actually have fun. You don't have to talk about, the government and the Johnny got D, and or he got an F, or he got a C, or whatever else. You don't have to talk about leaking roof and repairs. You can just go and have fun. And that's what I didn't know when I was, just learning about this. So I thought you should be always problem solving. Well, I was wrong. I was really wrong. Because when you have fun with your man or your woman, you really put a lot of excitement and a lot of positive emotions in your mental treasure box, so you keep that passion alive. Be the change you want to see. Yes, exactly. Oh, there is nothing more beautiful than women wearing fur. Well, William, you'll have to wait till about September. You're gonna see me wearing some fur. But you can probably find some fur websites as well. Okay, I had a question somewhere. Gwen, Gwen is saying, okay, what would you advise? My husband is Ukrainian. He's building a business, which is doing pretty well, but still doesn't think he is financially ready for children. We are not getting any younger. Well, um, you do want to, um, you do want such an event to be desirable, but it really depends how many years you have been together and things like this. But I can't really open all all women cards here. You may have to talk with me off the chat because it's such a huge question. But I think you need to do what you need to do. I'll just give you a hint. Um, yes, there are too many little details in there. Once again, I do not believe in trapping somebody or forcing somebody to have a child with you. But if you have a good relationship and um, things are going well and you're planning to be together and you're building life together, we have this expression in Russia and Ukraine. I don't know how to translate it in English properly. Um, Вода камень точит. It's water forms the rock. You know how when you're at the beach and you find rocks and they are all nice and smooth? They were not smooth from the beginning. They were all, pokey and rough, but the water makes them smooth. So the water is the female energy and the rock is masculine energy. So that's what you do. That's that is the strategy. Iron sharpens an iron, maybe, but okay, the water forms the rocks very successfully. Because I feel that the problem sometimes in Western culture, in American culture, Western culture in general, that women are becoming women think that to solve a conflict with a man, they need to get into this masculine mood and try to be. I told you no. It's not. No, I know this better. Be quiet, like. And I feel that men becoming, not I feel that, I know that men becoming very defensive and they are less likely to change their opinion or negotiate something. But when we have water, this flow energy, it's changing the edges. And let me tell you, men are very strong, but also men are very weak for for our pure femininity. So men can fight in the war, they can protect us with our life, with their life. They can carry heavy stones, but there are some things that they cannot resist, and that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. This is how nature had things intended. And unfortunately, in the West, women are forgetting to use their natural power. That is very, very that comes easy. The power of the feminine. thank you, David. You're so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Important topics. I don't even know where I have this knowledge and insights from. It's just like it's a download and I'm just sharing it with you. Well, some of it is life experience, but I think it's just some things just um people have always been my passion. So I'm a people watcher and I love observing things and learning things. I truly believe that we were meant to come to this world to learn and experience and explore and evolve, and it just such an incredible journey. There is a lot to uncover and unpack and experience. Don't be afraid of things. um I believe all of the experience we have to go through, we go through them for a reason. Sometimes you get into very bad situation. People get hurt. We're talking about good men and good women. Mostly all good men and good women been hurt. But sometimes you discover your potential. You discover that you are not a doormat. That yes, you have a good heart, but you learn how to stand for yourself. You learn how to hold your ground. And after your teacher done their job, you meet somebody who is actually capable to love you the way you love. That is the most amazing thing about our experiences on this planet. This is the most incredible things that a lot of people that we meet, they transform us and they make us, and we become the ways we were meant to become in this life. And those desires that we had for love, once we had transformed, we don't even know how, but we one day connecting with a person that have same scars that we do, have been through similar experiences as we had, and most importantly have same desires. And it is so easy to understand each other because we have same desires. We love the same way, we see the world the same way, we just connect. And that's why this is one of the reasons why you should never ever ever give up, because when you have the desires, there is somebody that have the same desire for you. What you want in life wants you too, but sometimes you have to go through this transformation um to become eligible to experience that love. And I feel that um a lot of people who have very gentle and tender and empathetic hearts, um they do need to grow a little bit thicker skin. They do need to get up and to not be a doormat anymore. They do need to um realize their value, that it's okay when somebody do not wants them, it's okay when somebody do not um connect with them or do not appreciate them, but they don't have to be in their life. The problem with a lot of people is that we can't get over, and we can't, it's almost like we need to have a permission to to have better treatment, but nobody gonna give you 1 cent more that you believe you deserve. I'm just saying. Oh, thank you, Gwen. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm very glad to hear that. You're helping out both women and men. Thank you for these videos. Well, thank you so much for this, because my videos were originally when I started, they were made for men to understand feminine women, traditional women, particularly from post USSR Slavic women. I'm from Ukraine, and then I just felt that it's really beneficial to connect with wider variety of people and nationalities, because after all, we do have a lot in common. And it's really wonderful to have ladies on my channel as well as gentlemen. So thank you for that. It's really nice, no matter how many times you do something, it's so good to know. So thank you. Thanks, Nicholas. So Jim was saying, in two of my marriages, my wives told me that they felt resentful because I was driven and always doing things, and they felt they had no life. That's really weird. This is really weird. Because I don't know, being resentful because somebody is driven. Um, it sounds like a condition to me. I'm saying, I feel that when you are with a driven person, it rubs off on you. When you're with a depressive person, it rubs off on you as well. Um when you are the positive person, the inspired person, it rubs off on others. So um usually it's very inspiring to be with somebody who is driven. It's very, very inspiring. So um not sure. They wanted more from you. Okay. Well, they probably were not doing enough with their own life. And this is the thing, is that a lot of time we expect our partner to fulfill everything in our lives. We hope he will be a little bit of a father, he will be a little bit of a mentor, he'll be a real good lover, a really great friend, a great supporter, number one fan, the chef, the gardener, the driver, chauffeur, and all these things, instead of just kind of fulfilling our own life. So when we get together, we have a lot of fun. One thing I learned, I thought that it was the other person's work, to make sure I'm happy. And when um I have a person in my life telling me, I'm going to do everything to make you happy, I laugh, because I know that he can literally do nothing to make me happy, because happiness is my inner work. You can bring somebody the best diamonds, the best gifts, the best vacations, the best times, they still not gonna be happy. That's one of the things that I realized. The happiness is truly an inner work. um I try not to laugh, because not try not to laugh, but I try not to appear arrogant. But I always joke. I sometimes try to joke about it and say, well, that's impossible. Like, there are some women that are always miserable, and I sometimes joke that, oh, I'm so miserable, don't try to make me happy. But of course I'm joking, because it's the other way around. I feel that us women, we should be happy. It's our inner job, for 100% for us. Our job is to be happy, or to be satisfied or to be content or to be, in a good spirits. It is our job, only our job. And it's actually a very pleasant job because you got to feel where you need to put some effort. And for me, I'm in a good spirits about 90 to 95% of the time. So when somebody tells me that they're going to make me happy, it makes me smile because first of all, the job is done by almost 100% already. But I do understand the intention and it's very sweet, but I still do not think that we should put a burden on another person to make sure we feel good. I feel that another person is enhancing the experience and makes it fun and makes it more exciting and give us companionship and love and um, all the beautiful things, but nobody can make you happy. And first, I really thought it was a joke. When I heard that concept, I was like, yeah, right. But it's true. You can, when you go on a vacation, for example, right? You arrive to this beautiful hotel. And it's just like, oh my God, it's beautiful decor, and there are flowers, and there are like, new experience, and there's ocean, and maybe there are mountains. It's so beautiful out there. And I can guarantee you, if you stand enough time on a reception, you will hear people saying, oh my God, this is awful. It smells horrible. Look at that view. So it's the same place, but every single person staying in this hotel is going to have completely different experience. It's the same given situation, same given circumstance, the same place, same view, same surrounding. But one person gonna just run into this, oh my God, this is paradise. I can't believe, oh, this is so beautiful. And another one, oh, it's too hot, it's too cold, this is a bad view, this is an old building and smells horrible, which is true sometimes. But you know what I mean. So you go to the same place, but you're going to have a completely different experience. So that's why be careful. And honestly, don't ever tell a woman that you're going to make her happy. That's not what you want to say. Or phrase, I will do anything for you. Um, I do not recommend that either. Gotta be careful what you say and what you promise. I would say, good state of mind is an inner job. It is definitely an inner job. So, my passion for life coaching is shining through today. But anyway, my dear friends, I want to remind you we were talking about good men and good women, and I think that um, good men and good women need to put some work in, because when everybody overlooks you, when you are an afterthought, when you are not a priority and you're always some kind of option, you getting overlooked and stepped over, and often you feel like a doormat. Don't blame those other people. You have good heart, it's a treasure, but this is your job to protect it. This is your job to filter through the people that are around you, and have a courage to say some people what they need to hear. You have to have a courage to say some of these people and let them out of the door, to tell them what you think about them and let them out of the door, and to wave them goodbye. Good heart is not an excuse to not work on yourself, to learn more discernment, to become better at holding your boundaries, to know what you want, to sometimes be alone and deal with your struggles and get in a better place, and sometimes choose being alone for a while till the person that is worthy of your attention shows up in your life. because I'll, being having a good heart does not equal, you know, being being a being a dormant or being a fool. People cannot use you or hurt you unless you let them, for the most part. So it's taking responsibility and realizing, I was gifted with empathetic heart. I was gifted with just having the desire to nurture and give. But I'm gonna make sure I'm gifted with some good brain and discernment and other qualities, because we need them to survive, both men and women. Once again, there are rarely, two um abusers in one couple. There is only one. That's why, we have men's movement that do not want to have anything to do with women, most of the time. At some point, maybe they had a mother that did not give them love and attention. Maybe they had somebody who betrayed them, and they had very good and sensitive and loving heart, but once they get hurt, they could not get over it. So we all need to preserve our heart for the people who deserve of having such connection with somebody. When you open your heart and you give freely, it's like, when you meet somebody for the first time, you usually, don't tell them everything about you. You usually don't just open your doors in your house to strangers and hoping they would not rob you, right? You usually have some vetting period. You usually, kind of, you want to be discerning. You want to make sure that, you're gonna be okay before you invite somebody. We always take risk, but um most times than not, when we are getting hurt by somebody, it's a situation that we had heavily contributed for, and most of the times even created, right? So good hearted people, good natured people, people that are very loving and empathetic, just should put a little bit more work than others to protect their heart and give freely when they meet the heart that is that is very similar to theirs. And it's pretty incredible when you let yourself be you. Somebody who is just like you, very similar, they can spot you. I'm not talking about having defenses and say, or I hate women, or I don't want to be with no man, but just um realizing that there is a process to get to know you. And trust is earned over time. We live in the times of instant gratification, but unfortunately, trust can, or maybe it's a good thing, trust cannot be downloaded. It's not a Google download. You know, it could not be speed up. It takes time. It takes time, but it's truly, truly worth it. Thank you so much, David, for the cash app. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for the kind words too. Yes. I'm glad that it worked out after all. But it's getting very late and I want to wish you guys a wonderful night. Um thank you so much for joining. Give me some topics ideas. I have some things written and consider sharing with you soon. But give me some topics ideas. I want to hear from you because I have people who are new, and some of you guys have a different vision, or you are interested maybe in something that I have not talked before. So thank you so much for joining. Good night, my dear friends. I hope you will sleep very well after this, and I will see you very soon. Good night, everyone.